Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Somebody sent me a pattern and I had a lot of problems, almost gave up a couple of times. But create this pattern, the pattern itself isn't that rough. Just take a 2-point line, make it any length. Then get your extrude tool and set it, not extrude, distort tool, and set it on zip or twister and just go one click. And that makes an equal distortion. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to object and convert it to a curve. Then I'm going to take that and I'm going to Control D and move that over. And here was his problem. He was having a lot of leaks. So I set my nudge factor on 0.01 and I'm just going to nudge one of them over 0.01. Then I'm going to take a 2-point line. At first I thought I needed a curve line, but it actually worked out. And then I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. So before, when I wasn't doing this, nudging this over, I was getting a leak. Now what you need to do is I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to Control D, and I'm going to mirror it upside down and just pull it out of the way. And I'm going to grab a node, and there should be a node on the other side because you want it to pop to that node. And I don't need the inside lines, I need the outside lines. I need that shape. So I'm going to take the Smart Fill or the rectangle tool, take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. And then I'm going to move that out of the way and I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool, fill that in. That's the shape I want. That's the key to the whole thing. Now I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to Control D, and I'm going to grab a node again and try to get it to snap to another node, and it worked. Now I'm going to take, because I hit it the first time, I can Control D and it did it again. So everything, all the lines match up. This thing is basically created in half by these two nodes that are right there and right there. And then you can see the peak. Now I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in and see I've got a leak. I've got a leak and I had leaks before and I almost gave up. But where is it leaking? I don't know. So let me change my nudge factor like to 2 inches and nudge that down. And let's try to just fill it in with blue and it works. So if that's going to work, hopefully this won't leak here. And you know what? I'm going to use red this time. Now, I'm going to nudge these two guys down. I don't like nudging a lot, but you can see that it nudges right in position. Whoop. And that's the shape we want. We want those two ends to make this work. And I'm going to Control G to group it together. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm going to get rid of this stuff and this stuff. And I'm going to take an ellipse and make an envelope form. I'm going to hit P. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. And I'm going to get the two-sided cross and make that. I'm going to take a 2-point line. And I'm only going to rotate it 9.96%. And then I'm going to Control D and mirror that. I want a smaller, and I'll show you why in just a second. I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool now and fill in that section. And that is going to give me my envelope form. I'm going to left click, right click. Let me zoom in. Let me grab this, go up to Effects, and Envelope. I've got it selected from envelope form. You see that? Now I can grab the shift tool, so I'm selecting both those, and I'm gonna go EC. Now I'm gonna move this out of the way for a second. I really just want to get that black box out of the way. So I'm gonna move this back to my center. I'm gonna change my nudge factor like to 10 inches. And I'm gonna nudge this out. I don't want to get rid of this in case I made a mistake. So I'm gonna nudge it back. I'm gonna get this and nudge it back. Now I'm gonna Control D, alternate C, and rotate it 20 degrees, which is more than I need. But see, I've got a white line. So I actually did the opposite of what I needed to do. And normally people, they like it when I make a mistake. Well, they don't like it when I make a mistake. But a lot of people would just quit, turn off the video, and start another video. Let me get back to where I didn't have an envelope. Because you can do two ways to do this. And come on. There we go. Now, remember I did 9.96? I'm going to go 10.05. Then I'm going to take this one away. There's my 10.05, Control D and duplicate it. So I actually, instead of making it smaller, I should have made it bigger. You just a train of thought, which one's going to be the best, and this way it's going to be the best. So now I'm going to take my envelope form, put it in my new envelope. I'm going to shift select that and go EC. I'm going to move that down. And I'm going to just grab my circles, and you know what? If you hold down the Alt key, anything it touches is going to take away. And because I'm working the center of the page, I can move that. Now let's try this. Control D, alternate C, and rotate it 20 degrees, which is further than our item is. And see, that way you won't have any overlapping lines. Now, whenever you do that, back up and Control D again, alternate C, and rotate it 20 degrees, and then go Control D. Because a lot of times if you stop and do something else, it won't work. I think the red might show off better than the yellow. And you know what? I just thought this is totally different than this one. This is better. I don't know what I did different. Well, I played with this one to get rid of the lines. And this would be the look you'd want. And you could, if this video wasn't so long, I would go further and change the colors to what I wanted, and actually, I might make a second video and play with that. But that's pretty cool. A little bit difficult, but just remember, make your envelope form a little bit bigger. And then that way your object's bigger. So when you rotate it the 20 degrees, it's actually overlapping, but you won't see the lines. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.